Hey Libra, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Libra. Oh, hold on. Okay, so the Emperor just fell on the floor. So, all right, I feel like I'm not exactly super surprised about that. I felt kind of sleepy going into your reading, so maybe there's something that like I don't know, you're supposed to take action on, but you might be feeling kind of like tired. Okay, something about that, or feeling maybe not so motivated to do something. So, all right. Whoa, what the heck? Okay. So you have the Ace of Pentacles with the reverse Death card that just popped out here. So, all right. And let's see what else. You do have the Emperor also and the Eight of Wands. So, all right, let's get into it and see what's going on here, Libra. Okay, so let's see. I wonder if you've been doing a whole lot of stuff here, and I wonder if you're feeling like I just need a minute. I don't know, something like that. So let's see what's going on. I also wonder if you're trying to like track down somebody who's like in charge of something, that kind of thing. All right, maybe you're the one who's in charge of, I don't know, something here. So let's see what's going on. Moon card's at the bottom. Yeah, maybe feeling like a little sleepy. I don't know, something. Or maybe having a hard time figuring out like what direction to go in with something. I'm wondering if there's maybe like, I want to say changing of the guards, that kind of thing. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the Knight of Cups, and this is showing up for your energy for the week. So, all right, interesting. Yeah, I definitely am understanding this as like really dreamy energy. Again, like I was feeling like I got really kind of sleepy going into your reading. Not a bad thing, but like kind of just like peaceful, comfortable, that kind of stuff. So maybe that's something that you're just in the energy of possibly just kind of I want to say like following your dreams or recalling a dream. Okay, something about that. I'm definitely understanding something about like deep intuition or very like heart-based type of something or other here, that kind of thing. Okay, and I do understand like a level of like calmness or peace, that kind of stuff. Okay, love and peace, you know, that kind of, I feel like those two kind of really go hand in hand. So maybe that's something that you're just, you know, in that energy. All right, okay, so let's see. You guys have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is showing up in the area of your feelings. I wonder if you're feeling like, yeah, I know, but I should really be working on that, or you know, something like that. It's interesting. It almost feels like you're like, I want to just do something creative, or I want to like do something like expressive or something about that. And again, I really am getting this like really like daydreamy energy, but it's, I want to say like more mature than like a daydream. There's something kind of cool going on here. But I do feel like there's an energy of you guys feeling like, oh, I should be working on this, or maybe even, you know what I got to tell you, this kind of even feels like you're maybe daydreaming while doing something. So you know what's kind of funny here? I'm actually getting these two cards as like almost representing like the Four of Swords in some sense. Okay, I almost feel like this is you guys maybe doing something like one after another, but being like either really in the flow with whatever you're doing, or you're doing something like creatively one after another, that kind of stuff. What I will also say is sometimes if you're doing something, again, like, you know, you're getting better on something, or you're like, I really need to like focus on this thing. Sometimes if you're like daydreaming, that kind of stuff, sometimes like it's almost like you're on autopilot. You like finish something or you're doing something and you're like, wow, look how far I've come, and I didn't even realize, because I was like either having fun or in a good, you know, in like good energy, that kind of stuff, or you're seeing that the end goal is like worth it. For some of you guys, you're working on something DIY in order to give to somebody else. Okay, that could be for somebody. All right, so in your environment, you guys have the Wheel of Fortune here. So all right, I mean, again, I just feel like, what do we say, like a changing of the guard? So a little bit I am feeling that. I feel like maybe this is like somebody backing down from something, and you're able to kind of maybe think about the possibilities, or I don't know, something regarding that. But I do understand like either taking a step back from something, or not being so like push forwardy, you know, something like that. For some of you guys, I wonder if there's like a little romance at a workplace, or there's like a feeling of I don't know, something kind of like loving occurring at a workplace, maybe with a boss or something about that, okay? That kind of stuff. I will also say some of you guys might be like, I want this promotion, or I want to be promoted in some sense here, that kind of thing. And you might be feeling like, yeah, well, I've worked on this so much, and I've gotten so much better at this thing, that kind of stuff. Maybe even been like, you know, kind of really dedicated to something here, that kind of thing. And I wonder if this whole Wheel of Fortune and in your environment is like, hey, things are kind of changing, you know, that kind of thing. And I wonder if you're seeing this as kind of like an opportunity in some sense. So, all right. You guys have the Seven of Swords, and this is showing up as the possible challenge here. So for some of you guys, it could be that you're feeling like, well, yeah, I did put in all this work and I'm really like, you know, dedicated, putting in like diligent work, that kind of stuff. But I wonder if you're still feeling like, yeah, I know, but that's not really attainable, or like, maybe I need to like learn more. I have to know more about something before I'm like really able to like advance to the next level of something, or, you know, something regarding that. Okay. I also understand somebody trying to get information in a way that's like a little high priestessy, okay, that kind of stuff. And I wonder if you are challenged by possibly feeling like, does that person kind of know what I'm doing, or what I'm like kind of after here, that kind of energy. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's see. You guys have the Eight of Swords, and this is showing up for your opportunity. So, all right, interesting. I think that there's a opportunity here to maybe stay where you are for the moment for whatever reason, okay, that kind of stuff. For others of you guys, there's something that I wonder if you have even like kind of been like, well, I've been in this position for so long, or I've been working on this particular thing for so long, that you might be like, this is just where I am, that kind of stuff. And it might be that might be kind of like blocking you almost from like advancing or something like that. All right, that kind of stuff. So all right, let's see what's going on here. 7, 8, 8, those might be numbers that resonate with you. Okay, you do have 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords here. So, all right, let's get out your Oracle cards and see what is going on. Okay, yeah, there's definitely an energy of like daydreaming, or like, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, so you got mindfulness, and this is showing up with your challenge. And then you have connect with water. Ocean, water spirits, and hydrate. And this is showing up with the Eight of Swords for your opportunity. All right. Connect with water. Okay, so yes, I do still think that there's something about like being just like in the flow with something, that kind of thing. I kind of just think that that's where you're at right now, where you're following something that is like heart-based, or, you know, something about that. Okay. All right, let's clarify your reading and see what else we can get for you guys on this. Guys, definitely, I wonder if you're maybe having a hard time with an Aquarius person, or there might be a challenge with somebody with Aquarius in their chart. Okay. Interesting. I think 4s might be a good number for you guys too, or that there might be something in there. Okay. All right. Let's see. Libra. Okay. The Hermit card's at the bottom. So, all right, let's see. So with the Knight of Cups, you guys have the Page of Cups. So I'm going to kind of like double down on that. All right. I definitely feel like you guys are in the energy of thinking about the possibilities. There's something that you really kind of maybe are wishing for. Okay. That kind of stuff. And I feel like you're just in the energy of maybe like seeing, you know, is this really going to come into fruition? Is this possible? Or like kind of like, what is that? What's like lurking behind that? What are the possibilities? That kind of stuff. I really understand you guys taking like a deep dive into something that is, again, like daydreamy, maybe nighttime dreamy, that kind of stuff. Okay. Totally understanding that. I also feel like there's just an indication of like intuition, love, creativity, that kind of stuff going on. All right. So let's see. That's interesting. So I heard somebody being like, well, now I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know what that is in reference to, but I did hear that. So, all right. Okay, so for the air of your feelings, you guys have the Eight of Pentacles, and you have it with the Fool card. So yes, I just feel like you're wanting something kind of different here. You're wanting to maybe take a leap of faith, maybe on, I don't know, on something, I want to say kind of new here, all right, that kind of thing. And I do feel like there's, again, this energy of being like, I've been working at this thing for so long, I've like kind of perfected it, or I've like been teaching this thing, I've been, you know, studying this thing, or, you know, that kind of situation. Eight of Pentacles could be like a mentor, an apprentice, like all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, okay? It's getting like really good at whatever your craft is, that kind of stuff. So I do feel like there's something about you guys feeling, maybe you're feeling like, you know what, I'm going to take a leap of faith on this in hopes that like everything's going to kind of work out, that kind of stuff. All right. Certainly could be. You guys also might be practicing like visualization techniques or something about that. All right. That kind of stuff. Maybe not even on purpose. I swear, maybe not even on purpose, you know, that kind of thing. All right, it does feel exciting. So, okay, let's see. With the Wheel of Fortune, you guys have the Devil card here. This is showing up in your environment. So I think that there's, somebody is either taking some type of chance on something that they've maybe already committed to, okay, that kind of stuff. Or I wonder if this is a change in something that maybe you were like really devoted to something, or, you know, again, working on something over and over again. And it might be that there's maybe something in your environment that's being presented to you that I wonder if you're like, you know what, I'm going to like unlink from this thing and go on to like a different cycle here, that kind of stuff. Again, you have the Fool card and the Wheel of Fortune. So like there's, you know, kind of a sense of like newness or changes or, you know, something regarding that. All right. For some of you guys, it could even be that maybe somebody around you is maybe like a spouse or somebody, again, that you're very much connected to. They might be taking like a different course with something, or kind of going on to like a different path, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Okay, that might be something that is happening around you, and you might just be feeling the sense of like, you know, take this person taking a leap of faith on something. Or again, you might be feeling a sense of like, God, I need to like kind of do something new, or I need to like, you know, maybe even taking a risk, you know, maybe taking some sort of risk. For some of you guys, I even wonder if there's something that you're like, you know what, I learned how to do this a different way, and this is so much more efficient, or this is the way that I'm going to do things now, that kind of stuff. And if that's the case, maybe whatever's going on is there's just a change in the way that you like permanently do something, or like typically like that's the way that you're like always chained to this thing, linked to this thing, whatever it is. It might be like, hey, well, that thing's now changing, maybe for the better. Okay. All right. So let's see. So you guys have this mindfulness card, and this is showing up for your challenge. So you have it with the Seven of Swords and then the Page of Pentacles. So it feels like in the past there was maybe some offer made, or there was, maybe an offer made, or even like, I don't really know if this is an offer, but maybe an offer made. But I also understand this is just like correspondence, or, you know, having, I don't know, some message come through, that kind of stuff. Okay, that seems to be in the past, and I feel like that has been presented as a challenge, some type of message, or getting a message out, or whatever it is here. Or maybe a beginning of an opportunity that might have been, you know, presenting as kind of a challenge, and it feels like possibly, I wonder if there's something here where you might be feeling like maybe overwhelmed by something and being like, God, I need to like escape this particular thing, you know, that type of situation. I will also say, I wonder if there's something where you are maybe feeling like, nope, I really need to be in the moment with this. I can't let my brain kind of like lift off, or I can't like have like my head in the clouds with whatever this thing is, that kind of situation. That might also be presenting as a challenge. All right. All right. I also wonder if you kind of were given news that maybe you were like, I don't really believe that. That doesn't feel accurate, or, you know, something like that. Okay. Maybe just like a hard time figuring something out, or saying something like in riddles, or between, I don't know, saying something, I want to say in a high priestessy way, or some type of offer, and then being like, all right, well, how am I going to do this? Or can I do this? You know, that kind of thing. So interesting with this mindfulness card. It could be that maybe you're having a hard time focusing on something. Maybe that's like something that is kind of new for you, or you're not used to that in some sense. I'm only laughing because I'm always unfocused. So I'm like, all right, so let's see. Okay, so for the action here, you guys have the reverse Four of Cups. So there is something about, I want to say, accepting some offer, or at the very least making sure that you are kind of like, staying involved with something, all right, that kind of stuff. Like it feels like this isn't really the time to like completely check out, or to be like, oh, I don't even care about this, that kind of stuff. Like it feels like there's something that, like it's interesting because this Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups here, I'm really understanding this as like definitely following your dreams, like really listening to like your heart, maybe again, making a wish of some sort, that kind of stuff. Certainly could be something, or maybe you're granting a wish, like a genie. That'd be cool. So, all right, let's see. All right. Okay, so let's see. You have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is showing up as what this reverse Four of Cups is going to bring. So I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like either somebody's trying to build you up, or somebody is trying, or like the universe is trying to prove to you that like if you get involved, it's going to work out, or if you like kind of accept some offer, that kind of stuff, like it's going to kind of like work out in some capacity. I feel like there's maybe an energy of not overthinking, to be completely honest. Okay, maybe not overthinking something. That could be what it is. All right. It could be that you're like deep in thought, to the point that you're like, okay, I'm talking myself out of this, or I'm thinking myself out of this, that kind of situation. Okay. Also, I wonder if something was maybe said, or whatever the heck it was here, that maybe somebody else took that in a way that they're like, I can't like erase that from my memory, or that's like permanently like on me now, that kind of thing. All right. I don't know. There might be something about that. All right. Certainly could be. So maybe this is just like maybe making sure that you are being mindful of like what it is that you're saying or going after, or, something like that. All right. But I also feel like there is this energy of like not really overthinking, or not allowing yourself to overthink something so much, or to like say no to so many opportunities, to the point that like you're feeling like, well, this is never going to work, or something about that. I mean, I also feel like there's something about like maybe receiving like a big like a thank you of some sort, or offering a thank you, like giving a thank you, getting a thank you, like something about that. I do understand something regarding that, but it feels like it has to be, it doesn't have to be anything, but it feels like that might happen when you're kind of maybe not overthinking something, or like believing that you're able to kind of put something together, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, and kind of like walking away from any like imposter syndrome, or being like, I am going to leave this thing early because I don't know how to figure this out, or whatever the heck it is here with this Seven of Swords. So, all right. Okay. So you have the Hanged Man, and this is showing up as what to avoid here. So again, I feel like that whole overthinking thing can definitely lead into like non-movement, or, kind of like really being stuck on pause, that kind of stuff, like really overthinking something. Okay, so I feel like that's maybe like to be avoided, which I feel like we've already kind of like talked about. But at the same time, I feel like there's something here to avoid feeling like something is impossible, being like, well, there's no way that can work out, this is impossible. I feel like that's like, don't do that, you know what I'm saying? There's something about that. So all right, let's see what else. So you have this connect with water, ocean, water spirits, and hydrate. Okay, so interesting. That is, I'm not really sure what to do with that. So we're going to read your tarot cards and figure it out. But I do think it's kind of interesting that you have like this connect with water showing up for your opportunity, and your energy is like all water. So whatever's going on here, you seem to be primed. Like your energy seems to be primed for kind of grabbing a hold of this opportunity. And that is always a good thing. So all right, so with this Eight of Swords, interesting. God, what a weird opportunity, man. So you have the Eight of Swords, and you have it with a Nine of Swords, all right? So in the past energy, I feel like there was something going on, and over and over and over again, like literally, like a perpetuation of something, or even like perseverating on something, like not being able to put something to rest, to bed, whatever the heck it is, maybe something affecting your sleep in some sense. I feel like maybe you feel like in the past, maybe, I don't know, somebody or whatever is going on here, there might have just been like this feeling of like having like the weight of the world on you, almost, that kind of stuff, but it's like not really making moves with it, okay? But here's the thing, this is becoming your opportunity. So it's like past anxiety, or past, restlessness, I even want to say, it feels like is actually contributing to your current opportunity, which is, again, this Eight of Swords. So, certainly it could be that you have the opportunity to be like, okay, so I've dealt with this for so long, or I've kind of like, overthought this. I mean, there's so much about like overthinking here, that kind of stuff, that I feel like right now your opportunity might be even to kind of see where maybe you are even thinking like too small for yourself, or feeling like kind of Libra, I feel like I named like your last reading like Think Big, or maybe I didn't at all. Maybe I just wanted to. I have no idea. Maybe it wasn't even Libra, but that's kind of what I'm understanding, is like kind of, expanding something here, or thinking like on a grander scale, that kind of stuff. All right. That's kind of what I'm understanding, but it does feel like it's almost like, but don't move right now. Like wait where you are for a reason, like that kind of stuff. This is friggin' weird, dude. When like back in the day, like when you were a kid, your parents would tell you like, okay, if you ever get like separated from me, like stay in the same spot, like don't move around, like stay in the same spot. I don't even know if that's like good advice. I have no idea. Nowadays, everyone has like the GPS on their phone. You can find your kids in 2 friggin' seconds, man. But there's something like that I'm kind of like picking up on. All right. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I kind of want to say like victimization with this Eight of Swords, but I don't know. I just want to say that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that that's like really what's happening here, or it certainly could be, but I'm not sure. So, all right, connect with water. Yeah, it's like, this could just be connecting with your emotions. And again, you're already in that energy. So it's like kind of go in that route, But I really understand this thing of like making a wish, or like maybe making a wish come true. Like I feel like I called you guys like a genie before. So maybe that's like, I don't know, maybe that's just the energy that you're in. So, all right, you have the Four of Pentacles, and this is showing up as the action to take. This is like the most interesting opportunity ever. Okay. I mean, it really is. So here's the thing. For some of you guys, I got to tell you, I even wonder if you have an opportunity to like release something through like emotions, through water, through whatever the heck it is. Okay. Just in that way, creatively, expressing yourself in some sense, that kind of stuff. It does feel like there's something to like release here. Okay. I know this Four of Pentacles is upright, but with this connect with water energy, I'm getting that as like releasing something. Okay. That kind of stuff. But at the same time, that it's like mixed messages. At the same time, I think there is something to like hold on to. There might be two things happening at once here, and I might be like tapping into like two different things that you're going through at the same time. Okay, so definitely listening to your intuition would be like that I feel like I'm always going to say that, to check in with your intuition. If something doesn't like feel right, then it's probably not, that kind of stuff. So all right, with this Four of Pentacles, you guys have the Empress card here. Here's the thing, maybe right now is like a time that maybe you're saving up for something. That might be what this is about. You might have reached your breaking point with something, but if that's the case, that is presenting as a friggin' opportunity. Okay, it could be like, I've reached my breaking point, and now it's like maybe there's something that has even gotten a little bit better, and I wonder if it's like we can continue making something better, but we're gonna have to save maybe finances or hold on to something here. But at the same time, I also understand releasing something, maybe releasing a grudge, or I don't know, releasing something here. And I'll tell you another thing. There is something about like body awareness, or being like very aware of somebody's like the way that like they're feeling, or the way you're feeling, your body is feeling, that kind of stuff. Okay. The Nine of Swords, and then with this Four of Pentacles, that to me really feels like kind of like holding yourself tight, or you know what I'm saying? Something about that. I kind of do say it a lot. This Nine of Swords can sometimes give me the energy of like a weighted blanket. And then that Four of Pentacles, it's like security, like something like that. All right, that's kind of what I'm understanding. Wonder if some of you guys have to call security on somebody. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. I mean, not really cool, maybe exciting, but maybe exciting for somebody around you, or somebody's like, whoa, didn't expect that, or I don't know, something. So all right, so yes, I do feel like whatever this is, I think it's going to help financially, or maybe it's going to just make something easier. It's like, now this is easier. Okay, whatever it is, there's a sense of being able to help other people, or have other people help you out. There's something like that. It's like a real it's interesting. So all right, for what to avoid, you guys have the friggin' High Priestess here. So all right, that's what I'm trying to say with this whole like release something but hold something, that kind of stuff. It's like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like maybe being kind of obvious but not completely obvious, like kind of transparent but not completely transparent. All right, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling here as like what to avoid. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, some things need to be let out, whatever they are. There's like a plethora of things that could apply to, but there is something about possibly releasing emotions, keeping finances, like saving up your money, but releasing, I don't know, maybe releasing crap in your house that you don't need, or again, releasing feelings of I'm not good enough, or that's not going to work, or whatever the heck it is, something like that. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Interesting reading. So, all right, so that's what I have for you guys, Libra. I was about to call you Taurus. So I hope that reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you can check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.